And today I have a very special guest, a very big man on campus, a guy whose meats I am coming for. Mr. Mark Holmes, how you doing today?
I'm kind of insulted about that. I've kind of lost weight and slimmed down. I'm not that big a guy now.
What do you got, like 8 different meats cooking right now?
No, actually, the pulled pork. See, I meant to have a nice, big, juicy one in here, but I didn't have time to go ahead and pull all the meat apart and put the barbecue sauce on yet. You know, I got a lot of work to do. I got to cook chicken wings tonight. I got to patty up the hamburgers. We got bacon. We got sausage. We're going to have steak and cheese. We're actually going to have steak and cheeses, believe it or not. And we got all kinds of lunch meat. We're going to make the big Italian subs so that way we can, if the Cowboys play really bad, that we'll throw it up like Jason Garrett.
Well, you get ready to throw it up then, because I'm sure they're going to play very, very, very bad. But I want to say this. First of all, hello to everybody in the chat. Jadis Young, to Cowboys, Brian Harding, DC for Life, Vijo, Chrissa, Philadelphia, Bergang. What is going on, everybody? Mark, you are going to the Hall of Fame game this week. You're going to go cover it. You have media credentials. You are a big man on campus.
I told you I lost weight, man.
You know what I mean, though. But, man, congratulations on being able to do that, man. I'm very happy for you in all seriousness. And, I mean, what are your plans when you're there? What are you going to do?
Survive. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm literally running on adrenaline right now. I was up actually most of last night. I don't know if you saw the little YouTube short, Philly, stay away from my meats.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
I ended up stoking the fire at like midnight, 3 a.m., 6 a.m. So I'm like running around like a crazy man because I want to make sure there's actually 8 of us all going together. And for, all of us guys to be able to have the opportunity to go back to the Mecca, like I call it, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it's one of those things that you got to go do at least once in your life. Yeah. I was there in 2013. But I know now they've changed it, they've expanded it. In fact, they've got grandiose plans that'll be kind of like Disneyland. But here's where the NFL is smart. And at first, it didn't hit me until Michael Anthony told me this. And they're talking about.
Is he sleeping? Is he asleep?
He wasn't asleep. No, but they're talking about there's going to be an indoor water park, and I'm like, what the fuck you need an indoor water park for at the Pro Football Hall of Fame? I mean, yeah. I'm not going to the Hall of Fame to go to a water park. And Mike was like, no, you don't understand. He said, that way you make it family friendly. So the wife and the kids, want to go. Because, okay, you guys go to the water park and have a good time while I go spend my time getting my football on. That's actually ingenious. So I'm looking forward to going here and seeing my Cowboys play a first preseason game. We know that, Dak won't be playing or D-Law and stuff like that. But there's a lot of young guys that are going to play important minutes for the team. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys play tonight, and of course to see the enshrinement ceremonies. I mean,
are you going to be at the dinner?
I'm going to be at the Gold Jacket dinner as media. Now now let's clarify this now. Being media doesn't exactly make you like part of the in crowd, okay? So they have the intersection where, all the tables, the Gold Jacket. Then they have the media people like in, a certain area and stuff where you're there to be able to cover it and all that. You're not getting fed there. They got little snackages and stuff for you and little teeny beverages. So, but I'm just blessed to be able to be in the room with these guys. And I still haven't gotten all of the media packet and everything else yet. But I think we're going to be like a media pit that's right there at the stage. When they come through, you'll be able to cover it. You'll get the pictures that are released by the NFL and stuff and so on. So there's certain rules we got to follow and things to go with it. And I'm new to the whole media gig, but I'm excited about it, a little bit nervous as well.
Well, congratulations on getting that. I mean, that's awesome, man. And in all seriousness, we joke around a lot, but I'm very happy for you. I will be watching. If you guys haven't clicked the link in the description, go sub him up so you could see all 80 videos every hour that I'm sure he's going to be doing, promoting it. So you guys aren't going to hold on.
There won't be 80 hours of video. I mean, 80 videos. Here, we're just going to do one long video. It's going to be just we'll just live stream the whole fucking week.
That's what you should do. No doubt about it.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. I know tomorrow, of course, the game is 7 o'clock Central Time. Friday, we'll probably be at the Hall of Fame, actually going through the exhibits and everything else. and then the Gold Jacket dinner is at 7 Eastern there. There's a parade Saturday morning. There's some other event in the afternoon, and then there's an enshrinement Saturday night. Of course, Sunday night. There's a round table Sunday morning. I mean, it's football. You know how the NFL they do it up right.
So getting into the football aspect of it, and Brown's Revenge says,
I've been seeing that.
For Cop Pizzle, Dak stinks. Well, I got to ask you about Dak Prescott because there's a lot of thought that he may be a little more injured than they've led on to this point. Is there any truth to that, Mark?
I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't think that there's any big concern there. I think that if there was a game right now, he'd be playing. I think they're playing caution. I mean, you look around the NFL right now with like Carson Wentz. Good Lord. He literally went around the end there and boom, there goes his foot. Just like that. You've got Matthew Stafford banging his thumb on a helmet, and now he's out 2 to 3 weeks and stuff. So you're already seeing kind of injuries. Personally, I'm not worried about him playing in preseason. I mean, Carson Wentz. Did Carson Wentz play any preseason last year? I don't think he did. I know Aaron Rodgers.
Nobody.
Literally nobody. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. The year before. Literally nobody plays in preseason quarterbacks wise anymore.
Right.
At least most of them don't, other than Tom Brady. Tom Brady always does, but Tom Brady's different than everybody else. I'm okay with him. It's not. If it were like, okay, for Carson Wentz, I think it's important for him to play preseason because he's in, granted, a system he knows, but it's all new guys. Dak knows Amari. Dak knows, CeeDee Lamb. He knows Michael Gallup. He knows Zeke. He knows the offense. There's not major changes. So I don't see where there's major stuff that you need to prove with.
Well, didn't they say they have to pull back on him because he was still having pain in his shoulder?
No, they examined it and stuff, and they said they're just going to go do it. There's no point. Why would you practice him yesterday? Because that's the last. I mean, yesterday was getting ready for the game tomorrow night.
Right.
They're traveled today, so they're already there in Canton. Friday, there's no practice. Saturday, you have a practice against the Rams.
Right.
And then you're off on Sunday. So it's kind of like it's not exactly a whole lot of practices here. You could take the whole week off, and you're only missing 2 practices and a game that you wouldn't have played in anyway.
So you're not sacrificing any extra chickens at this point for Dak, right? You're okay right now.
I got 40 pounds of chicken wings up there. I'm getting ready to fry.
There you go. That he's been sacrificing them all. Cruising 26. Thank you for the super chat.
Cruising, dude. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. Philly, you won one of our drawings. Cruising won one of our freaking drawings on Friday night. Oh, excuse me, Monday night. Cruising, you need to email me at cowboysmark94@gmail so that way we can get you your Joe Barty, I guess, in giant colors. Jeez.
Got to get it in giant colors, which that's the only trophy they're going to have for a long time.
I heard
colors.
that. So
Cruising,
let me ask you a question.
Thank you for super chat, man. No, he says Cowboys will end up third, Eagles in dead last. Not a chance, dude. We're going to talk about your team in a minute, though. Go ahead, Mark. What were you going to say?
Tell me how you feel about the whole Carson Wentz situation.
And I said this to you before. I said this to you going into last offseason. This was a make or break year for Carson. Whether he stayed in Philly, whether he got traded, this was it. To me, if he could not play a whole season or come through this season, then I was going to consider him injury prone. I said it before we traded him. He goes out, he rolls out, and his foot goes. Now it's 5 to 12 weeks, right? 5 to 12
It's not going to be 5 weeks. Right? Okay, if it's 5 to 12 weeks when he comes back, then that means it's 7 to 14 before he goes back out.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back until at least 8 weeks, 9 weeks at the earliest. And then at that point, you've missed all training camp, you've missed all preseason. We're not going to get a first-round pick, which really sucks. I do feel bad for him in a way. I mean, this guy came in tremendous shape. He looked ready to go. It was like I was getting a little worried that he's going to go throw 40 touchdowns.
I mean, I guess he technically still could if he came back.
But you know what I want more than anything is I want Foles to go to the Colts. I think that would be the most interesting thing ever if that happened.
Well, I mean, right now, if you believe that Carson Wentz is coming back in 5 weeks and you don't make a move, but if it's going to be 12 weeks, I think you got to look at this and say, you know, the whole season might be on the line, and him coming back, who's to say he's going to come back and be able to play lights out? He might take time to get himself in the groove. You think about when he came back from the knee injury, the first couple of games, he was kind of shaky before he really started getting in any kind of groove at all. In fact, actually, now I think about it, wasn't Nick Foles the one that ended up winning 4 straight to get you guys in the playoffs?
Yeah.
So there's no guarantee that just because he's coming back that he's going to be there. So you got to look at this as survival. So it's either Nick Foles or it's Phillip Rivers. And Phillip Rivers says, I'm coaching high school, but, I'm going to get back in shape.
Right.
To me, it seemed like Nick Foles was kind of doing the "come get me" speech when he was interviewed the other day.
He was. Foles was ready to go. I think that would be very interesting. Let me say this. Let me get the super chat. Robert Dredden, my man, what is up? Good to see you. He says, "What up, Philly.500 and Mark Holmes? Good to have football back. Congrats to number 88, Drew Pearson, on the Hall of Fame intro, Mark Holmes. With all that, fly, Eagles, fly." Thank you for the super chat, buddy.
But hold up. I appreciate you looking out for my man, Drew Pearson, but, I got to give a shout-out to Harold Carmichael, too, who was always a needle in the side of the Dallas Cowboys. Man, I hated seeing Harold Carmichael, as big as that mother humper was, always, catching everything. So, he's going in there as well. Another one of those guys that I couldn't stand when he was an Eagle, but you had to respect the play that he did on the field.
Oh, I mean, I was a little young for him. Like, he was gone when I started really watching, but I've always respected him because my dad loved him to death. So, I always used to hear about, you should have seen Harold Carmichael. You should have seen Harold Carmichael.
He was a beast. And I remember that Super Bowl with Ron Jaworski and everything else with that season with the Eagles, because that was really the first year that the Eagles, that I ever remember that the Eagles really being good. And I'm not trying to say that to down the Eagles or anything, but it was always the Washington football team and George Allen and the Cowboys and everything else. The Eagles and the Giants were just kind of like, but it was like all of a sudden here's, Ron Jaworski to Harold Carmichael. It was a hell of a combination. And of course the tough defense.
And you got to interview him. You got to sit on the
that was the very first one that I got. I was just like, how is this? And I'm at my mother-in-law's house. It's like literally an hour before I'm sitting here painting walls, covered with paint and everything else. And then I go down. And it's like, oh, we've got these interviews today. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. The whole thing is just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. VJ says, "Where's the fitness? Where's Michael? Where's the fit? They want Michael. Where's the fitness?
Where his mother humping ass is?
He's sleeping, taking a nap.
He might be, because it's like I'm looking for him because we got to get this RV and stuff together for this trip. We're leaving literally in less than 12 hours from now. We'll be on the road to Canton.
Wow. So, what do you think? Of course, you're probably going to say this. But when you look at the NFC East, I'm sure you think Dallas is the favorites in the division. Who do you think the biggest competition to Dallas, if you think Dallas can win division? I think the Eagles can win division, by the way. But, It is what it is.
I look at it like this. Everybody is on the Washington bandwagon. Washington's great. They won the division and stuff. The reality is if you had played to win the game, if you guys had played to win the game and not pulled Hurts out, the New York Giants would have won the division. I mean, seriously.
5 wins, 6 wins?
Still. But you follow what I'm saying here. That's the truth. So to look around and act like Washington was this great team, I'm sorry, they weren't. And you go through... they were playing ass teams without offenses. So, I mean, I'm not saying their defense isn't a good defense, but come on. You were playing Josh Rosen's for the 49ers as a quarterback.
Right.
Okay, you played Cincinnati. You played, the Cowboys without Dak Prescott. And truth be told, as bad as my defense was, if Dak Prescott – it was. Listen, we got nowhere to go but up. See, this is the shit that pisses me off. For some reason, they keep saying, "Oh, the Giants, they could be a favorite for the division." So you're telling me that an offense that was so putrid that only the Jets were worse than them, you believe that they're going to turn their shit around and be good, but we can't do anything with the defense? We got the best quarterback in the division. I know you're going to say that Hurts is, but seriously.
No. I'll say no. I'm going to be honest. Hurts has potential. He's only played 4 games, though. I got to see what he can do. Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the division right now. There's no question about that. You're not going to get an argument from me.
If Dak had stayed upright, not had the freak foot accident, it's not like Carson Wentz that, he's chucking down donuts in between plays and stuff, and, body parts are just falling off left and right without anybody touching him. It was a freak injury. If Dak had played all last season, we would have won the division. Possibly. Look, we were 6-10, 7-9, 1.
Right.
Okay, we would have squeaked out 2 more victories. We would have.
Maybe.
Not maybe. We would have. Phil, we would have. Okay.
Wait, Joseph Vegas says, Philly.500, what's up? Mark Holmes, Dak is going to have issues with his shoulder all year. Go get your tissues now, he's saying.
Oh,
you think?
Okay.
You think
that's possible? That's possible. That's possible.
I think that Dak. The question with Dak to me is just coming back from that kind of injury. That's a big injury to come back from.
It is.
Sometimes it takes a year to get going again. But if Dak's healthy, we have to be honest. He's the best quarterback in the division. Now, Jalen Hurts has got a lot to prove, but I love the upside of the kid, and I like everything I'm seeing. But Dak has, he's done it how many years? You know what I mean? But
yeah.
When you look at, like, let's say the Giants, right? This is a team with
running laps right now, probably as we speak.
I mean, maybe the worst quarterback in the division, to be honest with you, in my opinion. Offensive line problems. You got a running back coming back from a torn ACL. I still think they have pass rush problems on the ends.
Yeah.
And they
still got Daniel Jones. They still have Daniel
Galladay
Jones.
got hurt, right? Galladay's hurt.
I almost literally spit my drink out yesterday when I saw the title of your video that the Eagles should sign a veteran wide receiver.
Yeah, it's a great move, Mark. And I'll tell you what, because it's a great move. They should sign Larry Fitzgerald. Now, he might not want to come. He may not want to leave Arizona. He may retire. He may not be able to pay him. He might want to go to a competitor. But the Eagles got young, talented receivers. We got 2 first-round picks at wide receiver. You got Fulgham, Quez Watkins. They're all young. If you could get a guy like him who maybe doesn't have to start and can be almost like a mentor for those guys, teaching them the little things, why is that a bad thing?
I'm just sitting here thinking about how many wide receivers you guys have drafted every year. I mean, what's Whiteside? Is he still on the team?
Yeah, he stinks. He's the umbrella man.
Wasn't he a first-round pick?
Second-round pick.
Okay, I'm sorry, second round. And then DJ Metcalf went after him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say?
What can you say?
I don't know. I don't know what I can say. What can you say? Can you say this?
I can say he stinks. That's what I can say. Okay.
He does stink.
And so then the next year you got Rhaegar. How's Rhaegar looking?
What's that?
Okay. How about Rhaegar?
Well, Rhaegar, he's had a couple things go on this offseason. But look, we'll see what he could do. He's had a couple of good days of practice, actually. So we'll see.
Too bad you guys didn't get that. God, what is that guy's name? Damn. What is that guy's name? Wide receiver. Too bad you didn't get that guy. What is his name?
A veteran?
No, in the draft. There's a guy out there.
We got the guy. We got our guy, Devontae Smith.
The year before. I'm trying because he would have been a.
Oh, you mean Justin Jefferson? I fire Howie. Fucking
Here we
fire.
go.
Here we go. Here we go. What an idiot! What an idiot! What can you do?
Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid. I fire his ass.
Yes, meltdown city.
I
yes.
fire his ass. I mean, how he's got to be stupid.
Oh, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You just let Dallas take them.
I was right. CeeDee Lamb looks pretty good, right?
Oh,
Doesn't
boy.
it?
Oh, CD is.
it?
Oh, my God. Have you seen?
I have.
I don't know if you watch that guy. It doesn't matter who's throwing the ball. It doesn't matter where he's on the field. It doesn't matter how he's. I mean, this mother humper is like, it's crazy. You see him on Hail Marys. You see him in the corner of the end zone. You see him in the. I mean, literally. I call him fly paper because he's got like fly paper hands. It's just like when that fly hits that fly paper, it's stuck. He is going to be a beast.
He's good. He's good. No question about it. No question about it. It's your defense I don't like. Birds Nation, man. He said, Dave for Super Chat says, can I get my wrench back? So I'm not giving any wrenches back right now. I'm still cleaning out my mods. I had to take out another 75 people who were blocked again. Right now it's just my mod thing is a whole mess. So no wrenches will be restored right now. At some point they will, but right now I just trying to clean this thing out. I see, Mark, I'm having somebody block some of my best viewers and subscribers. They were just rogue mods.
Yeah, sometimes the moderators get a little happy, and I don't have a problem with people. The thing I don't like or gets me is when people do personal attacks against other people. And you get some people that their whole thing is, I'm old, okay? I'm 56 years old in a couple of months. And, I actually try to have real conversations about football. Yeah, I talk a little trash, and I bust your balls about Justin Jefferson from time to time. But we actually try and have real conversations. But you have some people that come in that just want to say, bitch, go make me a ham sandwich and stuff, to the ladies that are in here. And it's just like, really? That's all you got? So those are the kinds that you don't mind getting blocked. But then you got some that'll come in and just say Cowboys suck, which is like most Eagle fans. And it's like, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's cool. But you have some. Yes. And there you go. And with that clip, this is what kills me. Everybody knows where to find you and find me. Win, lose, or draw. Right. Shout out to you, Juan Cruz. Everybody who's done a super chat. I'm writing down your names. We're going to put you guys in the drawings. When I come back, we'll be doing all kinds of drawings. Found out there's going to be some actual autograph gold jacket returners things. So we're going to be trying to get some more Jobu stuff autographed for you guys to give out. So shout out to Juan Cruz. Ramalama Sports. What's up with Matthew Stafford, my man?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty brutal, right?
Yeah, he used to be Ramalama Sports Report, Matthew Stafford ready to roll, and I guess it's just kind of like roll right out on a stretcher or something. I don't know.
Yep.
But when we lose, I'll be the first one to say we sucked. We were ass. Look, last year my defense was the worst defense I've ever seen. It literally made me want to throw up my Italian sub. It just made me sick how putrid it was. I'm not going to deny that we sucked. We did. But you get these fair weather fans that come in only when the Cowboys lose to talk shit. When the Cowboys are okay or their team loses, you can't find them. That's the ones that get on my nerves.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not that. Like the issue I'm having is somebody is literally going to my previous streams, and anybody that super chats, they're blocking. Anybody, and I literally had.
You've got a troll moderator.
Yeah, I have a troll mod, and Bad Dog had this problem. Joey Shakes had this problem. So I've been cleaning it out, and then when I clean it out, there's more on. So I'm going to have to just wipe the whole mod thing probably clean and start over.
Yeah, there are some assholes that are out there, and that's a shame.
There are literally people I'm like, man, I haven't seen that person in a while. I haven't seen that person, and it's like, oh, they're blocked. What the hell is going on here?
Damn, that's some crazy stuff.
Crazy,
And then, of course, that person's like, damn, Philly, I'm sitting here supporting you and everything else. You're going to block me? F you,
Right.
All right, so let me ask you, what is your biggest concern for your Eagles?
My biggest concern for the Eagles, it's always injury, right? Because we can never seem to stay healthy, especially on that offensive line. But then I think that you have to have, you have a lot of young guys, right? So you got a lot of young guys. You have a quarterback that's played 4 games. I have a lot of confidence in him. a little concerned about the linebacking situation, even though I like some of the things I'm hearing about Davion Taylor. We got Wilson, Sean Bradley. We got some guys I think have talent, but they haven't done it on the field yet. So linebackers is a big concern, and just that offensive line health over the last few years has been horrible. You know. Well, and Brian Harding says your mods are block hop happy on your channel, Mark.
Well, he's one of them. He's one of those mods right there too. But no, Brian's cool people. You know, the thing I actually feel good about for my team, and maybe I'm too happy about it, but because we are playing the Pro Football Hall of Fame game, we're not getting any extra practices, you know, above anybody else, but we're actually getting more time where we've already been out on the field. And more time to kind of digest what's going on and to try and get themselves together for the season. I feel like my team should actually be well ahead of a lot of teams. We had great participation in the OTAs and the off-season workouts and full participation in mini camps. So when you think about, you know, Aaron Rodgers, although he's great and stuff, he hasn't done shit with the rest of the team, you know, the whole season. So you don't know necessarily how good he's going to be with the new guys, if there's changes in the offense and the animosity and stuff out there. So that, to me, at least feels like a little bit more of an advantage than we had before. You know, I have to admit, you were 100% right last year going into saying that, you know, between the Giants and the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm admitting you were right.
Clip that, somebody. Clip that.
No, with us coming in with new coaches on a season where we had COVID, you know, so there was limited time to go ahead and implement it. That's why our defense was such a disaster, that Mike Nolan's like, okay, we're going to be a hybrid defense, and we're going to end up changing everything, but we don't have any practice to try and get it together, and that's where everybody literally was lost. We'll see if Dan Quinn is actually the cure for it, but Dan Quinn is a guy who the players are beginning to buy into. He's down there on the field with holding pads and stuff. You know, he's telling Quentin Bohannon, hey, let me get in here and jump in there. He's kind of like an old soul like me. And when I heard that he was using sucker MCs and actually could rap it, I was like, yo, he used to play nose guard just like I did. So, you know, I'm really digging the vibes we're getting with the defense and hope that they're going to be able to really turn some things around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, like you said, I guess they can't get any worse. I do like Parsons a lot, and I think he's going to be a hell of a player. The thing, if I was a Cowboy fan, besides the defense, this is what I would be worried about. I'm going to tell you right now.
What's that?
You got a coach who can't help but pass too much. And you got Zeke coming in shape, ready to go. And I think it's just a matter of time before you're going way too many games where you're passing way too much. Well, I think you're going to have that problem this year.
And it could be that Dak Prescott's arm, literally. Mark Holmes mullet. I saw you over and over.
Mark Holmes mullet. What's up, dude? Thank you for the super chat. He says the Cowboys just suck, Mark. Yeah. But Mark Holmes mullet. You're Lionel Richie.
I don't have the mullet anymore. You know, I cut it off. But there's a lot to be said about that. But see, if I'm the coach of the Cowboys, I'm looking at all these damn weapons that I have, that this is like a video game offense. And I look at my division and I say, offensively, everybody else is kind of challenged. If you go out and you start passing the ball and start opening up things because teams won't be able to go 8 men in the box, that's when you're going to start seeing a lot of bigger runs from Zeke Elliott. And if you jump on people earlier, then the second half, you're talking about Zeke eating and just chewing up the clock. So that's the way I would look at it. I'm going for the jugular. I'm not going to throttle this offense. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try and score 40 burger on everybody. And
you're going to need to.
No, I don't know about that, because here's the change. See, you got to understand, we were dealing with Rod Marnelli, who's like me, old. And when you get old, you're not jumping out of airplanes. Okay, you're not bungee jumping. You're more conservative in saying, you know, this could kill me. And Rod Marnelli had the attitude that we're going to keep everything in front of us. We're not going to challenge too much, and we'll wait for the offense to make a mistake. That's gone. You got Dan Quinn, who's going to be coming after people. And the whole motto is fast and physical. And you can look at the speed that we have. Even when you have somebody like Gallimore, the Canadian bulldozer, he's about 310, but that guy can move. He's got a hell of a motor. He ended up trucking Mike Pouncey last year on his way to getting to Big Ben. And that's where that defensive line between Brent Irving is another guy who's a great run stopper. He's 6 foot, 8, I believe, and about 300. Kind of long. He's got a lot of length and stuff in there, but he's another guy that can move. Oh, shit. Oh, by the way, Philly?
It's Cop Pizzle's right-hand man. I don't know what
his
left
right-hand man. Okay, I'm looking for Cop Pizzle because I changed phones and I lost his phone number. You need to get in touch with my man D2 Stu about the fantasy football.
Okay, yeah, I text him. I have to go and check my email, but yeah, I'll do that, and I'll tell Pizzle, or I'll talk to you off the thing with that.
Okay.
It says Cop Pizzle, 60-minute right-hand man. Thank you for the super chat. Bro really says Sanders top 5 running back next year. I do. I think so. I think he's going to have a top 5 year.
It's possible. It's possible.
Because I think they're going to actually use him. There's a guy that had like 150 carries, averaged 5.3 yards per game last year, and they didn't use him. They went whole halves without using him. So I do think he's going to have that kind of year. I like Miles Sanders a lot. Always have.
Well, here's the thing that both of our teams can actually look forward to. For Washington, who everybody looks at and says, oh, they're great and all that. Mike Greenberg, of course, is on the bandwagon. They may be one of the best teams in the NFC. We're going to find out because their schedule is not as conducive to them as everybody would think. I mean, think about it. They got Kansas City and Tampa, which we both have, but they also have Buffalo. They got Green Bay. They got Seattle. When you think about, the teams we're facing, we got the Giants, which, they've got Danny, brother, can I borrow a dime? A quarterback, and I'm sorry, you can put all the receivers you want out there, but if he's throwing the ball in the dirt, it doesn't mean shit. I just don't believe in Jason Garrett being the guy who's going to be a quarterback whisperer to get him to be able to play well. So you got the 2 against the Giants. I still don't believe in the Washington football team. We got Carolina. Okay, Carolina. I mean, are you with Sam Darnold? Are you thinking that's going to be a good team? Atlanta, I mean, although I saw on Bleacher Report, Atlanta could be a playoff team. Well, anybody could be a playoff team, but they're not going to be. They stink. New Orleans without Drew Brees. Do you really think that?
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they may. I mean, they've got a good defense stuff. They got Sean Payton, but you don't look at them and say they're a juggernaut. And could it be that Tampa Bay has gotten fat off of the Super Bowl? You don't think so?
Not with Brady. Brady is
just turned 44.
But age is going to catch up to him at some point. But to me, Brady has done it so many times that it's hard for me to think that he ain't going to find a way to get those guys.
But he didn't do it on his own. They had great defense, had a great running guy. And here's the thing. They didn't win their division, remember. They got hot at the right time. It wasn't like they were killing everybody like Kansas City was on the way to the Super Bowl. They got good at the right time. But again, okay, we'll say Tampa Bay is going to be a good team. We know Kansas City is going to be a good team. But then when we go out west, you got Denver. Denver's ass. They don't have a quarterback. Right. The Raiders, are you kidding me? John Gruden literally stole money, $100 million for 10 years? Jeez. Yeah. I mean, they stink. San Diego,
good team.
They could be, but do you think that they're a juggernaut?
Not a juggernaut, but I think they're a playoff team. I think they can make the playoffs. I'll say that.
Okay, and then of course we've got the Cardinals, and we've got this actually is a game that I'm more worried about than anything else is actually against New England, because I think New England basically did a redshirt year last year, and I think New England's coming back for, with a vengeance. Eddie, thank you for the super chat. Eddie, I'll see you tomorrow, Eddie.
They might.
No, but was that? That was from good old Delirious from Eddie Murphy. But that's when he had had the wife Umufu, okay, and found out that he's worth a whole lot of money and she gets half. She said, "Suck my dick, Eddie." Okay, anyway, so I look at the schedule and say, there's not a lot of really games that you look and say, okay, Kansas City, Tampa, you probably lose those. But you should be competitive in every other game that's in there. Now, and you look at our division, what usually happens is the Cowboys never lose more than 2 in the division, usually, if you have your quarterback. So I look at that and say, we could be 10-7.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, look, I think any of these teams can be decent. They all could stink. I mean, I think this division is not that good overall. You know what I mean? Let me get this super chat real quick. GD, man, David super chat. He says, Philly, if Wentz doesn't play 75% of the snaps this season for Indy? Do the Eagles lose rights to the number 1 pick from Indy?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 75% of snaps unless they make the playoffs. Then it's 70% of snaps. But the Eagles would lose the pick, and it would become a second-round pick. So the Eagles would then still have 2 number 1s and 2 2s. Not the worst thing, you know.
Quite honestly, you ought to be thankful that you got that. What if you hadn't made that trade and you had him here for another year and he ends up getting injured right now? You're paying him that salary, and who's going to trade for him?
Oh, if he was,
it would have been a disaster. You should be going, shh, we got rid of that mother humper.
If he was in Philly right now, I would be freaking out right now. I would be so mad right now. And I would say that this hurts his team. I would be done because it's just too much. Isaiah, thank you for the super chat real quick. He says, have all the Cowboys really watched the YouTube videos on Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app and Dearth, and now are biblical flat earthers? Are you a flat earther now, Mark? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. But he says the Cowboys fans. Interesting. What is he talking about?
Or just plain stupid?
Did the Cowboys, are all the players watching Flat Earth videos or something?
I don't think so. But you know what? I'm actually kind of everybody who's injured is not going to be traveling to supposedly to the game. You know, that's D-Law. Well, no, actually D-Law has been activated. I don't know if he's traveled on this or not, but he hasn't really practiced. But Amari Cooper, Dak, and stuff like that. But see, for the Cowboys, so many of these guys are so young, they never understood when the Cowboys were good. And I have to admit that I'm surprised that Philadelphia is not in here, you know, talking about I haven't seen the Cowboys playing a Super Bowl in high def and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, PCR, right.
But I think it would actually be good for the whole team that, like, if it's today after the place closes, that they get to just go around and just look at that Pro Football Hall of Fame is something to aspire to look at what the players before them that actually made the Dallas Cowboys, that can be one of those things could have lit a torch. And I really wish that Dak was one of those ones that were going to be there for it, but unfortunately he's not because of the injury. I see your smirk. I see your smirk.
I was just reading the comment. It's pretty good. I'm Awake says, the red team and New York will beat the Cowgirls, and then we'll finish them off. I love it.
Dear Mark, please ask Philly if he's going to do what he's going to do when Hurts goes down for the rest of the season after getting them.
If Hurts not going, why would I think Hurts is going to get hurt? That injury thing has left us. That went to Indianapolis. I think we're okay. There's no reason for me to assume he's going to be hurt. Jeffrey says Andrew Luck is coming out of retirement. Bye Wentz. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. But could you imagine?
Oh, yeah. Man.
It would be crazy. I think the Eagles have a really good chance to win the division because I think this is a weak division. I think that the Eagles with young players, if they get healthy and stay healthy on their offensive line, I think we're going to be in this thing. We got you guys, week 3 Monday Night Football, I think, in Dallas.
Yes.
We should be 2-0 at that point. I expect us.
What are your first 2 games?
Atlanta and San Fran. We're gonna go
be San Francisco. Come on, man.
Because it's in Philly. It's the home opener. First time crowd back. It's set up perfect for us. You think you're going to be Tampa Bay on Thursday, Mark? You look at me like I'm crazy for asking about saying I'm going to beat San Francisco, and you think you're going to beat the Super Bowl champions on Thursday Night Football.
I've seen that happen before.
Come on.
No, seriously, against the New York stinking Giants. I was there. It was Jobu's very first game. After the Giants won their last Super Bowl, they played the Dallas Cowboys at the season opener, and it was their Super Bowl party, and the Cowboys kicked that ass. I was there. I've seen it. It's not like it's never been done before.
I think that's a more unrealistic thing to happen than the Eagles beat the Niners.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Chronic Spin Dash, man. Thank you for Super Chat. Says, what up, Philly? Love seeing you and old Mark Holmes talking ball. Always makes my day. Hey, yo, Mark, where's the fitness? Fly, Eagles, fly.
Everybody cares more about where Michael is than me.
Thanks for the Super Chat, buddy. Did I see Fisk Vegas in here? What's up, Fisk Vegas? He says Eagles 0-17. Look, if the Eagles lost every game, I'm sure the 2 games that they win would beat the Giants. because we own you guys. We own you.
Hold it. If you're 0-17, you're not winning any games.
Well, I'm saying even if we were to only win or go 2-15, it'd be the Giants. The only teams where I know for sure every year we will beat is the Giants. Always. We own the Giants. You know that, right?
All right. Okay.
You know that we own the Giants. You even say it to me. You own the Giants. Yep. You guys have been pretty successful against the Giants too, right?
Actually, with Dak Prescott, we've been pretty successful against all you mother humpers. I think 19-5 is what Dak Prescott has been in his career in the NFC East.
Was. We'll see. We'll see.
There we go.
We'll
Okay.
see.
All right. We'll see. I
think that this division's wide open. It depends which team stays healthy, which team actually plays well. I mean, because look, there's giant holes on every one of these teams. You got Dallas with, I don't think your defense is that good. I'm not convinced you're not going to allow a lot of points. You have Dak coming back from injury. He's already hurt. Then you have the Giants. I think they have a bad offensive line. I don't trust their quarterback. Saquon Barkley coming back from ACL. Galladay's already hurt with a hamstring, even though he's supposed to be okay. So there's questions about them. Questions about the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, a lot of the young guys. We have a new coaching staff that I love, by the way. And then you have Washington that has definite talent on both sides of the ball, but they have no quarterback. So any of these teams. What?
Mr. Carter. Okay. My defense doesn't have to be outstanding. You know, Kansas City's defense was only like 15th, right?
Yeah, right. That's true.
And that Kansas City's offense only scored 28.2 points a game, right? And they were in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, okay. I'll assume that's right. I don't have the numbers.
It is. Because
my
my defense gave up 28.2 points a game. My defense, if they can just get like 2 stops a game and an extra takeaway, that's all I need. Seriously, with the offense I have, no sound there, Philly. You pulled the plug.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell you do? Damn.
I don't.
Philly.
Can you hear me now?
With his whack ass shit.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Joanne Gonzalez, thank you for the super chat. Got your name down here. We're entering you in the drawings. Look, what the hell is this? Stop trying to get stuff at Walmart, man.
I know. Enough of this Walmart stuff.
Come on, man.
I don't know. Let's see if I can get it.
Well, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
DC for. Oh. I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well, I hear you, and then you kind of stop. And your Wi-Fi is whack too, man. Your Wi-Fi is. You're like the Dallas Cowboys Wi-Fi. Okay, which stinks.
I know. Can I leave the stream and then come back in my own stream?
I don't know. I've never done that.
Oh, you hear me?
I can hear you.
You answered me, so obviously you hear me. Okay. DC for life. Thank you for the super chat. He says, "Are you nervous about Rager?" Saw Joey Shake's video. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Rager, the way he came in and things like that. But I mean, it's still early.
How about Devontae Smith? Are you worried about him?
No, not at all. I think that's a lot more precautionary than anything else. Devontae Smith is fine. He has been an absolute stud while practicing, and he's going to be everything that I thought he would be. We have 487 people in here. Please subscribe. Click the link in the description. So what, my man Mark Holmes? I have to catch up because I went mute. Hawk 215. Here's Hawk 215.
Oh, man.
Thank you for a super chat. He says, "Hey, Philly, get with Mark Holmes tomorrow so I can donate $100 cash money to your channel. We also donate for Cowboy Nation." Oh, that's too nice of you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You know, there's a story behind Hawk. See, I thought Hawk, I don't know who he bet with, but see, you can tell that a Cowboy fan is actually a man of their words because he literally trolled me for a whole season. I had to block his. Okay, and it's very few people that I personally block. I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Block this motherfucker for a while. But he's actually going on our trip tomorrow. Him and his son.
Oh, he's going. Oh,
he's driving down from Philadelphia tomorrow. He's leaving like at 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning to get down here so that That way we can leave at 6 a.m. So he's going to be with us and stuff. But he's really cool people.
Right.
Really cool people.
He's awesome.
But I
awesome
want to know,
guy.
who in the hell would make a bet with him that you'd have to actually be an Eagle fan for a year? A year!
I don't know. That's crazy. That's a crazy bet. Crazy bet. But he pulled it off because I thought he was an Eagle fan. I had no clue. No clue.
Yeah, because it was funny because Michael said, Hawk 215 said he's going to be at the autograph signing show. And I was like, do I need to bring security for that motherfucker? It's like, why would I care about him? He's an Eagle fan. And he's like, and he sent me a message. Said, look, man, I'll explain when I get there, but I'm not an Eagle fan. It's like I lost a bet. I was like, damn, that's some bad shit.
Worst behavior, man. Thank you for super chat. He says Quez Watkins better than Rager. Another waste first rounder. Look, I'm not giving up on Rager yet. He had a rookie year, a lot of things going on. He came in, he was having problems. One of his close friends just died. I understand that at a young age. It's hard. But to say that he can't get it going, nah, I don't buy that. He'll be fine. You got to give him a chance.
Besides, your 2 years is what you give before you give him on a guy like Charlie Whiteside.
Well, I mean, he stinks. I mean, you do that after his rookie year, and then we go into camp last year, even though there was no like preseason stuff, and people are like, "Oh, he's looking good." It's the same old thing. I'm like, no. Rager showed some flashes. I don't think Doug Peterson used Jalen Rager right, Mark. I don't. And let me tell you, I love this coach. I think this coach is going to be one hell of a head coach. I love everything about him. I love the energy. I love the attention to detail. I love that he coaches guys up. And I love that he actually looks at what his roster is and then builds around it. Doug did not do that. Doug did not do that, So isn't it an interesting statement that Nick Foles comes on a press conference and he talks about how much Frank Reich, he loves him, how much he helped him, and he was the guy that did everything for him. I thought that was very telling.
Why wouldn't he? Look, he made me a star. I've been a journeyman quarterback everywhere else. He finally figured out, hey, let me cater to what this guy does, and we'll put a system that's not going to overwhelm him, but it's going to get us some victories.
Frank Reich did that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why. Why wouldn't he kiss? I would go.
What I'm saying,
go to the mat to try and get back with him if I was him.
He didn't say that about Doug.
No.
So clearly, it tells you.
Well, clearly, Carson Wentz was not the same guy with Doug Peterson without Frank Reich. You could literally say that one great year that people talk about Carson Wentz having a Hall of Fame pedigree and, he was an MVP type of a guy and all that 13-week window was under fake Reich. And after that, he was never anywhere close to the same.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. One goes, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, finally made it to a live stream. Work is crazy. Yo, Mark, Dallas still stinks. By the way, lost my wrench 500. I'm cleaning out the wrench stuff right now. Hang tight. You'll get it back. We'll be giving them back. Don't worry.
I'm actually happy.
Crazy stuff with that.
I'm actually happy to see that you're going after Bad Dog.
Yeah, I'm going. I got another one. I got another Bad Dog intro. I got a Mark Holmes, Michael Anti-Wear Fitness intro coming.
Lord, I thought we were done with this for a while.
And then I still have I have a Breaking Bad Dog video coming.
A Breaking Bad Dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Lord.
I'm still working on those. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Cowboys first and 10. Thank you for super chat. Next time Eagles win a Super Bowl, a track cassette will make a comeback. If that's the case, what's going to be around when you guys win a Super Bowl? I mean, it's been a long time.
All right. Let me clear something up because I used to have 8-track. It's not 8-track. It's 8-track. Okay. Because there were 8 tracks on there because you had to push the button and it would click from track 1 to track 2 and go through it. It's actually 8-track. And I know because I used to have one. Okay.
Mark's that old, but I'm pretty old too. Robert G, thank you for super chat. He says 500. I love the Eagles streams. Keep up the good work. Mark, regardless of you being a Dallas fan, you seem like a cool dude. Respect to you both. Mark is a great dude. Me and Mark kid a lot. But yeah, you gotta love him. I know he's got some crazy people going after him and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. That's part of the business, I guess.
Oh, boy. We have Jason Garrett. Mike McCarthy is a fraud, by the way. Jason Garrett's a fraud.
I totally agree with him. I'm not a big McCarthy guy, dude. I think with Aaron Rodgers in his prime, he should have won 2-3 Super Bowls.
Well, here's the thing. To me, in my mind, I know Mike McCarthy just moved his family to North Texas, that they're there and thinking everything's fine and hunky-dory. But I feel like Kellen Moore is on the Jason Garrett plan where he's eventually going to become the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And that I think Mike McCarthy will be the sacrificial lamb if things go south.
Well, how many years has he been the offensive coordinator now? Like 3? This is his 3rd year?
Yeah.
So he got to be getting close.
Jersey Dolphins got you there, buddy.
Yeah, Jersey Dolphins, thank you for the super chat. Dallas still thinks we want the meats.
If you saw the meats I got upstairs, you'd be like, "Yeah, I do want those meats."
I saw
like, "Oh yeah, I want those meats." Yeah, we're gonna have a ball there going through here. I've got actually a lot to do still tonight. I might not be going to bed, but hey, it's all worth it in the name of sports.
Yeah, it is. Well, we're like Mark was like, I could do like a half hour, we're like 50 minutes. So I'll kind of like wind this down for you because I know you got stuff to do.
We'll go an hour. We'll go to 6, man. At this point, you know, my wife went out to get my business card.
You want to be a 60-minute man like Pizzle?
Yeah. It's your boy. It's your boy. It's your boy. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get a stream like with me, you, and Pizzle. You know, I would love to do that. I would love to get that done.
You know, I'll try anything once.
You know, I want that belt back, man. You know,
we'll find out if he's a man of his word or not because the Giants are going to be asked. He's going to be losing that sometime soon.
Teddy Cancun Cruz says 500. You should bet Mark's hair versus your hair. Yeah, I mean, if possible, I still want Jobu's head. You know what I mean? I want Jobu's head. But what am I going to give? That's the problem. Me, Marquette.
I told you.
Come to an agreement.
Would you put one of your kids up?
Nope.
Okay. Jobu's my kid, buddy. Okay.
Jobu's your kid. Jobu's a detriment to society. It's voodoo. It's voodoo. And I threw a lot of holy water on that trophy. I meant to bring it down here. I forgot. It's upstairs. You know what I mean? I just stare at those autographs all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, my question is, if Jalen Hurts ends up playing like ass, will you destroy it?
No, I wouldn't. I think. I mean, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of Eagle fans that think he's going to be great. There's a lot of Eagle fans that think he's going to be really bad. I'm in like the middle. Like I saw 4 games. There were a lot of things that I like about him. Okay, but I have to see more. But like, here was my argument. I made this to Bad Dog because he's like, oh, he's going to be horrible. I watch Oklahoma. He's not good. And then I say, well, tell me everything he's bad at. And everything he listed were things that can be fixed. Okay, but when you look at the intangibles, the things that you can't fix, right? He's mentally tough, mentally smart. He's good under pressure. He can move. He's cool under pressure. The team likes him. Natural leader. Like the intangibles he has. So the things that people complain about him is fixable. It's just a matter of can he do it? That's the question. You know.
I see. I got my man brother Roz in the house, who's actually taking care of my Discord channel. We're actually I'm sorry to jump in your stream here. We're going to be doing our fantasy draft on the 14th and the 21st. We've got you. We were actually trying to get Cop Pistol, but I couldn't find his number because I changed phones and it got lost in there. And I was trying to. I actually trolled him on some Twitter tweets and stuff, but he never got back to me. But definitely don't forget about getting in touch with Stuart so that way we can get that on because I want to come back every week that we kick your ass in fantasy football and rub your face in it.
You ain't gonna beat me. I'm too good, too quick, too fast, all that stuff.
All right, we'll have to wait and see.
Philly.500, your hair blue for Jobu getting flushed down the toilet. 100%. I would take that bet.
I would take his head off before I flush him down the toilet. Shit, fuck no. I'm not flushing him down the toilet.
Kid of that voodoo doll. You know what I mean? Can't kill us for that.
Well, let's be clear. Wait, hold on. What has Jobu truly done that's evil? Tell me.
God, coronavirus.
How you believe in Jobu? He masked
That's
up.
voodoo doll. That's
He
satanic.
masked up. He wore a mask during the.
That's satanic.
He wasn't in China.
What
he wasn't in China.
The chicken shortages? All the chicken shortages in the country.
That wasn't him. That was me. Hey, listen, that was me.
In California, they're going to have bacon shortage. I know Jobu had that problem. You know there's not going to be bacon here anymore? I'm not even kidding. Like, I need more bacon. But like, they changed some law where they can't have bacon unless it's raised a certain way, and nobody can do it. So there's going to be like no bacon here.
Well, I tell you what, though. Phil,
the hell with that shit.
No, you know what? I tell you what. When we were driving across the country, okay, I picked up my daughter and got her out of California there for at least a few months. When we crossed over from New Mexico into Texas, and I remember there was a place in California when we were up in there too, when you have one of those factory farms with all the cows and everything else that go on for a couple of miles and you don't see a blade of grass and it just smells like ass, like a whole lot of nasty ass. And you say, damn, you mean I'm eating that shit? And you go down to North Carolina past some of the hog farms where they got the big pipes where it's just feces and shit. Just it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of understand that. So you do want to see a cow or a pig out there running out with some grass. So
you're not eating no more meats.
I didn't say that.
Well, then it can't be that bad.
I got a friend that's got a farm that raises cows, so I can see, hey, I want that heifer over there. Okay,
right.
But I feel bad for you that you can't get. I just bought like 6 pounds of bacon for the trip.
No, I'm gonna have to go stock up before this new rule cooks in. It's crazy. This place is insane out here.
You don't want to be out there, buddy.
I don't want to be out here. I had no choice. I had to come see about a girl. What are you gonna do? It happens.
That's a long way to go for some from East Coast to West Coast. That must be some good stuff there, buddy.
I'm still married, right? Like 14 years.
Yep. Okay.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing okay, taking care of your matrimonial duties. Okay, all right. I hear you.
Baby.
All right, we got 2 minutes left, man. So, what was your prediction for your season again? I haven't done. I say 11-6, 10-7 for my Cowboys.
I keep saying between 7 and 10 wins, but if you're going to pin me down, I'll say closer to 9-10 wins. I think the Eagles are going to win this division. To be honest with you, I think they're going to win the division and surprise a lot of people. I really think that's going to happen.
Philly, I hate to bring this up though.
What?
You hate Jobu and things like that, but Jobu is there to spread the mojo and bring good luck. I hate to say it, but I think you're a jinx.
You think? How am I? Hey, look, since I've been on YouTube, my team actually won a Super Bowl.
True.
I can't be that bad of a jinx.
I don't know, but you talked about Devontae Smith, and the next day he gets hurt. You talk about Carson Wentz and how great shape he is and everything else. He literally gets hurt. You've been touting him for years, and he ends up being ass. You talk about how good Rhaegar is, and he's ass. It just seems like, it's like whatever you say becomes opposite. I'm just saying.
So Dallas is the greatest. I
mean, last year you did say.
So that means they'll think forever.
Did
right?
you or did you not say that you were going to win the division by at least 2 games, and you thought like 13-3?
I don't know that I said 13-3, but I said 3 games, and I did believe that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
did until they got hurt. Until I saw what happened.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It was a disaster. What can I say?
Okay.
Chris Holman, man, welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Hey, look, I'm not always right. I don't pretend to. And thank you, Chris, for joining Dingbat Nation. But I can't be a jinx if my team won a Super Bowl while I was on YouTube. I came out here on YouTube a year before they won a Super Bowl. So I was here the Peterson's rookie year. So how could I be a jinx?
I remember we used to talk about how great your coaching staff was.
Yeah, well, you know what? When you win a Super Bowl, you're supposed to have a pretty good coaching staff, right? I mean, that's part of it. But what was the worry for everybody, and what you really didn't know in 2018, and then you kind of started seeing in 2019 was how much Frank Reich and even DiFilippo meant to that organization. I think that every Eagle fan thought, was a little surprised. But if you watch last year and stuff, Frank Reich was a big part of that team. And I'm not trying to take anything from Doug Peterson, but you can see a different team.
Frank Reich you can see what the Colts did with Frank Reich, and you saw how the Eagles went downhill. So you have to look and say Frank Reich was the anomaly, the difference maker for him.
And the thing is when I watched the Colts, it was like a spitting image of the 2017 Eagles offense. You could tell, you're like, this is the same offense,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing. Martin Holman, man, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, huge fan of you both. Edge to my dog, Mark. Okay,
shout out to you, Martin.
Hey, I missed you twice here in Dallas, Mark. I don't plan striking out a third time. God bless you both. Eagles always stink. Martin, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Appreciate that. And I think Dallas stinks, but we're going to play each other week 3, Monday Night Football.
Well,
Eagles will be 2-0. Dallas will be what? Who do you play week 2?
San Diego. Oh, excuse me, not San Diego. God, L.A. Chargers.
You play the Oh, you're going to be 0-2. You're going to be 0-2 going.
You're crazy, man. Going to L.A. That's a home game for the Cowboys. All the Cowboy fans are out there in Cali. The Cowboy fans.
You're not beating the Chargers. Chargers are good, and you got to play. The only break you get is you play Thursday night, right? Open against Tampa in Tampa, right? Yeah. So you're on the road 2 games. So we're your home opener.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, that's not good. I don't like that.
Yep.
I don't like that because you're going to be 0-2. We're going to be 2-0 on Monday Night Football, and you're going to be home opener and desperate. But yeah, you'll be 0-2.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I hear you talking. But Philly, I could talk to you all night and stuff. But I've got to get ready to go because I have 11 hours till that RV has got to be pulled.
11 hours. I want to thank Mark for coming on here and seriously hanging out with me. I hope you have a great time. Safe trip. We'll be watching all the videos, man, and I'm happy for you in all seriousness about the whole thing.
And I really appreciate that. A lot of people think that the two of us hate each other. I hate when we play each other. I hate your team and all that stuff, but we're actually cool with each other. And so everybody who's watching, shout out everybody who does Super Chat. I got your names written down. You'll be added in the drawings. But definitely check out my man, Philly.500. Go in there, give him a hard time, tell him his team stinks, and that he's delusional and a jinx and stuff. But definitely, but keep it cool. I mean, within reasons. There's my man David Wiley. He's putting up. Oh man, he's putting the finishing touches. See, look, here's how we're gonna roll tomorrow. Okay, I have a chef that's going with us.
Wow.
Okay. It's one of those. So we actually have a chef. So we went out shopping yesterday. He's doing these pork shish kebabs and stuff. So that's another meat we got there too, dog. That's enough of more meat.
I'm coming for them meats.
Yeah.
I'm coming for those meats. And thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for all the super chats, all the subscribers. And click the link in the description. Sub up Mark because you're gonna not want to miss any of the Hall of Fame coverage. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So you guys definitely want to see that. I probably am going to stream that game tomorrow, be hanging out. So I'll be there. I'm sure you'll be streaming it, right?
I will be streaming it from the game. So we will be actually watching it live from the stands up in there and giving you guys a taste of everything in there. Christopher Tucker, Eagles suck. I agree with you on that one. All right, everybody, on my end, I appreciate y'all. Guys. I will catch you. I'll do another 5 videos before the night's over. That's just how
we know.
That's just how I am.
And everybody else on my channel, thank you so much. I'll have another video out later today. But with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. So take care. We will talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat.
Amen on that one. Peace out.
All right, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was fun. I appreciate going an hour, man.